Let's dive into this heartwarming story. We're introduced to a couple in a car, traveling along a winding highway. After stopping on the roadside, they playfully throw a ball onto the nearby footpath, hoping to lure their red-furred cat out of the car. As she bounds down to fetch it, the couple seizes the moment to drive away, leaving the poor cat stranded and heartbroken, staring after their receding vehicle. Alone and confused, the little red cat wanders along the roadside until she encounters a gruff but friendly stray dog. The dog, noticing her sadness, explains that it's not uncommon for people to leave their pets behind when they grow tired of them. With a sympathetic nuzzle, he trots away with his own owner, leaving the red cat feeling even more alone. Just then, she notices another cat, a sleek black one, lurking in the shadows nearby. She wants to speak to her, but before she can, the black cat darts off toward an eerie-looking house, vanishing into its shadows. Curiosity piqued, the red cat follows the black cat's path to the house. Yet, before she can approach, a large, hungry stray dog emerges, snarling with intent. She bolts as he gives chase, narrowly escaping his clutches as he recoils from the sight of the house, rumored to be cursed. Undeterred, the red cat creeps back toward the house, determined to explore it, but the front door swings shut just as she arrives. Disheartened, she notices two pigeons perched on the balcony. As they flutter inside, she spots a towering tree near the house, realizing she might enter by climbing up to the balcony herself. With agility and determination, she scales the tree and slips inside. The house is dim, with shadows cast by cluttered, dusty furniture and peculiar objects scattered around. Her senses are heightened by the musty, mysterious atmosphere. She soon realizes the house belongs to an elderly magician named Lawrence, whose love for magic has filled his home with oddities and secrets. As she explores, she encounters a tiny mouse named Maggie. Startled, Maggie misinterprets the red cat's friendly gesture as a threat, squeaking in fear and darting off, thinking she'll become the cat's next meal. Maggie scampers to her friend Jack, a prickly, protective rabbit. When Jack catches sight of the unfamiliar red cat in the house, his eyes narrow and his body tenses with fury. With swift movements, he ushers her out, determined to keep her from intruding. Outside, the red cat feels dejected, the pouring rain only adding to her sorrow. Seeking shelter, she finds her way back inside, hoping for a place to stay. From her hiding spot, she watches Lawrence, an older man with kind, warm eyes, chatting with his beloved pets and some humanoid gadgets that assist him in his magic shows. With these robot-like helpers, he performs his magic acts, filling the house with a sense of wonder and excitement. Just then, Lawrence's nephew Daniel arrives. Tall, sharp-eyed, and dressed in a slick suit, he's a businessman with a single-minded focus, persuading Lawrence to sell the house so he can make a hefty profit. But Lawrence refuses, valuing the memories and magic held within its walls. Unfortunately, Daniel's allergy to cats forces him to leave, sneezing furiously when he spots the red cat. Later, Lawrence discovers the red cat hiding quietly nearby. Gently reaching out to her, he decides to welcome her into his family, naming her Thunder, inspired by her skittishness during storms. While Lawrence is overjoyed, Jack and Maggie aren't as pleased, fearing Thunder's arrival might mean they'll be replaced in Lawrence's heart. Lawrence introduces Thunder to Carlo and Carla, his two faithful pigeons, and everyone enjoys the camaraderie, except for the wary Jack and Maggie, who secretly plot ways to send Thunder away. At night, Jack slyly urges Thunder to leave before sunrise, but she decides to stay. By morning, she has already bonded with Lawrence's humanoid robots, reveling in their antics and feeling a sense of belonging. But Jack, still resentful, tries to scare her away, sparking a frantic chase. Lawrence, noticing the commotion, steps in and locks Jack in his magic box to calm things down. Later that day, Lawrence takes Thunder along to the hospital for a magic show, where she watches him captivate a room of children, all of whom laugh and cheer at his tricks. The joy in the room is contagious, and Thunder feels happy and proud to be by his side. On the way home, Jack attempts yet another scheme to scare Thunder, which results in Lawrence's bicycle toppling over. Thunder loses consciousness, and when she awakens, she finds herself alone on the same roadside where she was first abandoned. Her heart sinks as she learns from the friendly dog that Lawrence was injured in the accident and is now hospitalized. Jack, trapped with Maggie in the magic box, is secretly relieved to have Thunder gone, savoring his temporary victory. Meanwhile, Daniel, ever persistent, visits Lawrence in the hospital, pressing him to sell the house. Lawrence's refusal only heightens Daniel's frustration, and he leaves, scheming for another opportunity. Thunder, now deeply worried, returns to Lawrence's house and, along with the humanoid gadgets, plans to thwart any attempt by Daniel to sell their home. Carlo and Carla, along with Thunder, make every effort to disrupt Daniel's plans, and when buyers arrive, they drive them away with clever tricks, leaving Daniel furious. Intent on exposing the house's secrets, Daniel arrives with new clients, this time prepared for Thunder's tricks. But Thunder and her friends are equally determined. Through a series of pranks, they succeed in scaring the clients, who flee, believing the house is haunted. Lawrence, still in the hospital, learns of Daniel's plans to sell the house and vows to return as soon as possible, despite his injury. In a final act of desperation, Daniel dons protective gear to counter his allergy and chases Thunder through the house, trying to rid himself of the obstacle once and for all. At one point, a heavy box tumbles onto Thunder, and her friends fear the worst. This time, however, the humanoid robots rally together, attacking Daniel and expelling him from the house. Angry and relentless, Daniel retaliates by destroying parts of the house with a metal wrecking ball. Just then, Thunder emerges from the rubble, much to the relief of her friends, and together, they devise a plan. Meanwhile, a group of children from Lawrence's magic shows find a way to sneak him out of the hospital, bringing him home in time to confront Daniel. When Daniel presents the signed papers claiming ownership, Carlo seizes them, causing Daniel to lose his temper and pursue him. In a dramatic climax, Maggie distracts Daniel, and Thunder uses his allergy to her advantage, further thwarting him as his attack machine crashes into his own car. Realizing his actions were in vain, Daniel finally regrets his ruthless schemes. Thunder,